Hello, hello. You know who it is. If he's old, he's got a face for radio, and he's holding Smarties, that's generally me. It's Mark, Smarties Lyft driver. Had a cool pickup the other night, and I got to share it with you. And again, I tell stories from the road, stories about amazing millennial kids, young people. My definition of kid, anyone I have genes older than. So some of your parents are probably kids to me. But picked up Owen and Amy. Picked them up at the international terminal at the airport and taken them to home where they live. I guess it's the west side. It's right on the border of Beverly Hills and the west side. They do really well. I mean, but what was cool, I asked them, where'd you come from? And they said, we got in from Guatemala. Guatemala? Family? No. Work? No. Vacation? Yeah. We wanted to go someplace unique. And I'm sitting there thinking, this is kind of a millennial characteristic, is I'm going to do something that I want to do because I want to do it. And they're in the right. It's one of the reasons that I dig millennials, is that they're making things work in a world that no other generation's inherited, and they're doing it on their terms. And this is kind of a cool example. So asked them, how did you choose Guatemala? And they talked about a bunch of different cities, and while they didn't throw darts, they started looking at what is the Robert Frost poem, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the road less traveled. So that was kind of what was in their mind. And so they started looking at the map and looking at places that were remote, and then doing research online, because that's very millennial-istic. Sorry. And they ended up in Guatemala. Flew from LAX, somewhere in Guatemala, through Mexico City, I guess. When they got there, then they had to take like a 4.5-hour dirt road jungle bus ride. That was actually probably I guess it was a van. The roads aren't great, but pretty slow, pretty rough. And then they had to take the last 45 minutes across this lake to this little resort in the middle of nowhere with about probably 20 families that supported this thing. And beautiful, unbelievably beautiful, they said. I mean, no one spoke, very little English. They have some Spanish, which is good, but and they were away. I mean, they were talk about off the grid. Good Lord, and they had the best darn time. And they were actually sad to come back, and they probably will go back there again. But just to me, it was really unique. And then when I started interrogating them about, what do you guys do? Pretty cool couple. Owen is actually a writer, and he works with one of the studios and in a number of different facets. But writing and entertainment to me is kind of fun, because everybody loves the entertainment industry for all the obvious reasons, and it pays pretty well. And Amy, just literally the week before they left, got certified to be a clinical psychologist. So I asked her, I said, what area of psychology do you want to, practice? And I don't hear all that well for acceptable reasons, but and it was funny because she goes, well, I'm really into sex, trauma, and addiction. And she stopped for a second, and her eyes got kind of wide, and I'm sitting there going, Amy, we need to leave you and Owen's personal lives out of this. I'm just curious about what kind of people you want to help. And thank you for getting my joke. They got my joke. It was a pretty good laugh. But talk about going after a segment of society that needs help. Another millennial characteristic. This woman is going to go and make a difference, and hopefully someone who's been damaged, the recipient of a rape, that our governor lets go, because we're going to try and rehabilitate them, because they can bring more to society. Thank you, California State Legislature. She's going to try and help this person find their life again. And those are pretty noble intentions. And so meeting Amy and Owen was really very cool. And at 94 repeat riders, I'm hoping for another repeat soon. I hope it's them. Quality kids making a difference, and that's why I enjoy doing this. And it's more important why I want to bring these types of inspiring stories and people. So maybe somebody who is struggling, maybe needs to hear something positive instead of if it bleeds, it leads. Thank you, mainstream media. That's my story for the road this afternoon. Got another one. If I stay awake long enough, I'll try and do another one tonight. Thank you. Make it a good day.